My name is Marcus. I'm a psychologist. For as long as I can remember, I had a special ability, the ability of hypnosis. When I hypnotize a patient, they can see their past life. I have an older sister. My sister and her husband adopted a girl named Rachel. Rachel has a gentle beauty with long hair. She's smart and charming. Rachel and I were pretty close. She loved me, and I loved her. One night, the doorbell rings. Rachel, what happened?
Fred and I just broke up. He's going to Germany to live with his family. I wanted to go with him, but he said no and left. I can't live anymore.
Drink some water. Everything's going to be fine. I gave her a glass of water. Then I sat quietly beside Rachel and didn't say anything. I think sometimes silence is also a good way to help someone feel better. Rachel and Fred had been together for about 4 years and made a lovely couple. Rachel also shared with me their plans to get married. The next evening, the rain and wind were roaring, with lightning flashing across the sky. When I was sitting on the sofa reading a book, the phone rang. Hello, is that Rachel? How are you?
Uncle Marcus, please tell my parents that I owe them an apology.
What's wrong, Rachel? Rachel, calm down. Where are you? Listen to me. Calm down.
I'm on bridge number 4.
Rachel, stay right there. I'm coming. I drove as fast as I could to bridge number 4. I kept praying for God's protection. I looked around but didn't see anyone. Could it be that she did something foolish? After that, I saw Rachel standing at the foot of the bridge. She was crying, and her clothes were soaked from the rain. It turned out that Rachel didn't dare to jump off the bridge. I got her into the car and drove her home. Rachel lay flat on the sofa, crying incessantly. After a while, she fell silent. I thought she must have fallen asleep, but then she started crying again. It had only been one night, but she had become so thin, her eyes swollen shut. Seeing her like that broke my heart.
Uncle Marcus, I don't want to live anymore. I'm too heartbroken, and I'm afraid of this feeling.
At this moment, I suddenly thought, maybe I should see what this couple's past lives were like. Why is Rachel so miserable? I said, perhaps we should let me hypnotize you. Let's see what sort of bond exists for you and Fred. She sat up immediately, her eyes brightened, and she said,
Yes, please go ahead, Uncle.
Once she fell into a state of hypnosis, Rachel delves into her past life. At that time, around the early 19th century, 2 children, John and Emily, lived in a village on the plains in France. John was 2 years older than Emily. The 2 kids frequently played together in the flower fields, and sometimes they went fishing together in the streams. Once, while chasing a rabbit, Emily tripped and fell, hitting her head on a rock and losing consciousness, her head bleeding profusely. John panicked, calling for adults to help. After the accident, John always went to Emily's house to take care of her. When he found Emily unconscious, he sobbed loudly because he thought he would lose her. He prayed to God every night to maintain Emily's health. The 2 young people grew up and fell in love, but Emily's father said their family would move to the United States. Emily hesitated and said,
Father, please allow me to stay in France. I can't leave because John is here. You know that John and I love each other.
Her father replied,
No, you cannot. You must come with our family. It's crucial.
Emily informed John about her planned move to the United States. John fainted as soon as he heard the news. At that point, John gazed into Emily's eyes and said sincerely,
Emily, stay with me, we'll have a wedding. I will protect you for the rest of my life.
Emily paused and replied,
But how about my family? I can't stay in France. I need to travel to the United States with my family.
Emily ran off after saying this, leaving John alone and in excruciating pain. After hypnotization, Rachel understood the destined bond between her and Fred. When she was Emily and he was John, she had done the exact thing to him. She realized the root cause of their breakup and felt somewhat relieved. She began to drift off to sleep. Rachel recovered and gradually returned to her normal life. After that, Rachel shared this with me.
Uncle Marcus, I discovered that the destined bond in life is truly complicated. Everything seems to begin and end with fate.
I told her. That's correct, my dear. I feel that the greatest approach to preserving balance in life is to be able to explain why things happen to us, which are frequently created by ourselves, because nothing happens without a reason.